I hope everybody's doing well. So we are going to take a look and see what is coming towards you. Now, I'm going to use the Moonology message oracles to get started. I'm not going to turn these over because I'm going to also pick a charm to put on each pile. But I am going to give these a quick shuffle. We'll do 4 piles. And let's see what we got. Okay. So, spread these out a little bit. Okay, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. All right, so let's go ahead and move these up, and then we'll pick a charm to put on each pile. Real quick, just so y'all know, I still have a few spots available for personal readings. And I'm going to close those at the end of this month in November. And I won't open those back up until January because I'm just going to get through the holidays with my kids. We got a lot of stuff planned. And so if you're interested in that, information for that will be down below. I'm also doing a special for a 3-question $50 reading. So if you're interested in any of that, that's down below too. And yeah, okay. So let's see, pile 1, you have the snake. Okay. So that will be pile 1. Pile 2. Oh, come here. Yeah, yeah, my favorite. My son's favorite, actually. It's the T-Rex. Little shiny T-Rex. Okay, and pile 3. Y'all have the crown, the royal crown. Okay. Pile 4. Y'all have my favorite. This is the staff. It always reminds me of like an empress energy. I don't know why. I guess it's the red. It kind of looks like a heart almost. Not really. It's just a drop, isn't it? It doesn't look like a heart at all. But this image in the background, I guess, with it just makes it look like a heart. Okay. All right, guys. So that is it. Timestamps for everything will be down below. Keep in mind, please always set your intentions for the reading. So whatever you need to hear for your highest good. Also keep in mind that these are videos and you have the ability to click off at any time if you start to feel uncomfortable, not good about the reading. By all means, utilize that ability that you have, okay? These are meant to be hurtful, these are meant to be helpful, not hurtful. Yeah, and that's it. Timestamps for everything will be down below, and I will see you. Okay, pile 1. So if you chose the snake, this will be your reading. Now, the snake, we are in the year of the snake, and it also has these 8 little holes in its back. So, I think 8, right? Yeah. So 8 is, the 8th house is Scorpio energy. The 8th house is about life and death. And so is the snake when it comes to transformation. Shedding of the old self, becoming someone different, or shedding of the old, the old way of living or the old belief system and implementing something new. So this could be where you are now. Let's take a look at your card. Self-regulation. Now, I actually already got a peek of your card by accident. I usually try not to look at it before then. But there's a lot going on in this card. Typically, when you see a bull, you think, run. Run. There's a bull. But he has this rainbow that's coming up from its head here. So rainbows are about peace. And I do feel like that with self-regulation, there is this sense of making peace with where you are. And some of you may have just went through a big transformation. And you're kind of on the other end of that, settling into it with this self-regulation. Like you're soothing yourself into the space that you are. So that's telling me that maybe this is a direction that you didn't anticipate as far as where you are currently. This looks like two of wands to me, these 2 cactuses here. But it could be the 2 of swords. Cactus does hurt. Swords hurt, or can. And there's this feeling of maybe having to take a direction that you didn't plan. And there may be some, pain that comes along with that, but it is something that you feel like would, in order to bring peace, prosperity even, that this is kind of the way that things have to be. You do have a lot of emotion here with that full moon energy. It also represents like everything coming to a head as well. Okay, so we're here to talk about what is coming towards you. So I do feel like that's the energy that you're currently in. We are going to start with the answer oracles. And I'm just going to get a few of these, and then we're going to get into the tarot, which I have pulled the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms for y'all, which is right here, which is a very beautiful deck. Okay, so here we go. What is coming towards pile 1? What is coming towards pile 1 at this time? What is coming towards pile 1? What is coming towards pile 1? We have empty. Clean, purify, empty, patience. Yeah, give up the previous plan. That's the same energy that I was feeling before. So there is this like releasing old patterns, embracing change. That's that feeling. And clearing way for a renewal here. You have guard, defend, protect, guarantee. There's a sense of loyalty here. You have generous, give with an open heart, offer without expectation, and unconditional love. So guarding your heart, is something that is here. Letting something go, guarding your heart, moving forward, learning a pattern, releasing something. You have purify here. This is the second time you see purify. So you see it in the beginning, you see it at the end. There's this feeling of allowing for the innocence that's here. Not being too guarded and not being too guarded in something. Guys, just so you are aware, I am getting over being sick. My lovely little child passed that along to me, as they usually do. So yeah, I'm still getting over that. So if I have to clear my throat or if I have to get a sip of coffee, forgive me. Just have to do what I have to do to get through. Solo is at the bottom, core figure, action leader, and lone hero. Okay, so what am I seeing so far? I think that you're in the middle of a transition. I think that you're trying to settle with where you are, and I don't feel like necessarily this is what you wanted. But I do feel like that there's this energy here of needing to guard or protect your heart. With this innocence that's here, like there's this idea of someone or something being, or you even, being innocent to a situation, or yeah. Let's keep going. Whoa, okay. It's the Queen of Wands in reverse. This may be someone being innocent to a situation. Defend yourself, defend. This is defending your heart, defending your love. And the innocence of something. That's interesting. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm not going to take it because I don't know where it's supposed to actually go. I wasn't asking. To me, it's Sagittarius, but you could be dealing with the fire sign, Sag, Leo, Aries. The Queen of Wands in reverse is feeling like it's not a great feeling. It's feeling, of insecurities coming to the surface. It's also somebody that is very kind of difficult to communicate with, someone that's difficult to deal with. Because if you're doing things or communicating based off of your own insecurities, then it's like taking everything personally. So there's something here to do with trying not to take something personally, or someone around you that you're dealing with that may be a little bit harsh. It can also involve like jealousy as well. So what is coming towards... Some of y'all may be in an energy where you're having to defend your innocence in a situation. Okay. 6 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Swords. Yeah, this is like carrying some kind of emotional baggage here with you and needing to change that, needing to move on from that, needing to transition. Okay. Those 6s that come out. 6 is healing as well, so I think that this is part of this process. I didn't address the solo because I feel in Hurricane. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with what I'm seeing. I feel like y'all are fixing to battle something and you're battling it alone, if that makes sense. Or you may be feeling this way. What is empty here? I heard practice what you preach in my head. What is empty here? Yeah, the Hanged Man. This is being stuck on this idea of cleansing yourself from something. Pisces energy. Give up the previous plan. 10 of Wands in reverse. That's letting go of the burden or the weight of something. Not being able to see something in any other way. Guard. The 9 of Cups in reverse. That's not being happy about how things are. Or not being happy that you have to guard or protect yourself in some kind of way. Generous. You have the Devil in reverse. Oh, I think for some of y'all, you are starting to figure out something about yourself. I feel like you're having to do something that you don't want to do. And I feel like it has to do with you standing up for yourself or protecting yourself in some way. I feel like you're seeing something about yourself that you didn't see before from an experience. Like perhaps being somewhat innocent or open-hearted, unconditionally loving. This can come across as the devil because that can be our own demise, and this may be something that you've experienced here. The Devil in reverse is releasing yourself from this toxic energy. So if you've been someone that's given and given and given and given, you're releasing yourself from that. And whatever this experience is, you're seeing it in a different way. So it's like looking at something and saying, I'm cleansing myself in this. It's not something that I wanted, but it's something that I know that I need to do. And protecting what I feel like is not, making me feel at peace or not making me happy. Yeah, you're releasing a pattern. That's what's happening. You're releasing a pattern. And I think that you may have to battle this out. And I'm not sure exactly what I mean by that yet. 5 of Pentacles in reverse with purity. This is coming out of a feeling of lack or abandonment. So there's also a sense of taking responsibility here for this as well. Like that feeling of when you give and give and give to someone and you don't get the same amount in return, and it's because you've kind of created a monster, right? You've continued to give to someone where you didn't set your boundaries, or you set that criteria of what you see as a reciprocal relationship. You've been giving too much of yourself away. There's something to do with breaking yourself free from that pattern and guarding what you feel like is your happiness, protecting yourself from others that may take advantage of this. Yeah, you're being your own leader as far as trying to lead yourself in the right direction. And I think, honestly, yeah, look at that. Peace. Right under the Hurricane. So I do feel like that this is something, some of y'all may have been having a lot of dreams lately. I do feel like this is something that you're taking action towards. You have to go through the Hurricane in order to get to the peace. It's like, yeah, that's what we're seeing here. What is coming towards you with this Hangman energy, though? You have an Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands in the reverse. I gotta see what it is, but I think I'm gonna put it back. It's the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh no. This is no longer contributing to something. Releasing the weight or the burden. See, release old patterns, embrace change, and clear the way for the renewal. You're whatever prior commitments that you had here with a person, place, or thing, you're releasing yourself or getting rid of that. This Ace of Wands, though, is kind of making me feel as if, like, you're seeing this purification or emptying yourself. You're seeing it in the way that you need to see it. You're coming into a new energy, okay, which is a really good feeling, actually. The dust is settled. You've made peace with the dust being settled and the decisions that you've made, and now you're in a place to where, okay, it's difficult. It's not easy to have this new idea or new start moving forward, but it's necessary. So that's what the Hanged Man is. You know, it's about sacrifices, and he's sacrificing himself in order to see something in a different way or perspective. With empty there. And I think that's what's happening here, and that's what's changing your energy. Why is that Nine of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, Nine of Wands. See this independent energy that's here? It's an independent way of thinking or seeing something. This self-regulation doesn't just come with internal. It's also external for you. It's about taking action towards the way you want to feel on the inside. If you want to feel in a peaceful place, sometimes we have to go through a hurricane in order to get to that peaceful place. And that's what this is. This Nine of Wands is about a challenge. You know, this is challenging. Why is this challenging? It's because it's not what you want. It's the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's challenging because this is not what you intended. This is not what you originally wanted. This is not the plan that you had in the beginning of whatever this is. But it's where you are. It's where things ended up, and it's how things are. And so now you're having to force yourself to protect, guard, defend yourself, and your heart here from the devil. I mean, you have the devil. Capricorn energy. Whatever the toxicity was that was holding you back. And you have Temperance here. Wow. That's definitely that making peace with it. You know what this is? This is making peace with knowing when things aren't good for you and protecting yourself from that. And that sucks sometimes. It really does. It really sucks sometimes. To have to, know that things didn't work out the way that you intended for them to work out. But you also have to recognize when you need this self-regulation, this internal peace. And it's not just about going within and just being okay with things, right? It's about implementing that on the outside as well. I had someone tell me the other day, I tried to handle something, see if I could handle something, right? With this person that betrayed me greatly, I tried to, I spent some time, gave myself some time with that very difficult thing. And this person was continuing to kind of pop back in or show back up, not for me, but around my kids and everything. And I realized that I can't, it would stir up my emotions. I didn't feel right about it. Most importantly, because those are my children, and our kids can't always see what we see in others, right? When we're meant to protect our children from certain people and certain things. And it wasn't settling with me. It just wouldn't settle with me. I couldn't get it to settle. And I had to sit with that and say, okay, are these my emotions? Or is this my intuition? Or is this my understanding of what I need to do with the situation in order to protect everyone that's important to me here? And ultimately, I decided to set a particular boundary that meant there could be contact, but not physical contact, at least not for a while. Just to see how things would play out, to see if things would change, to see if that person would change, how things went. And so I set that boundary and I communicated that. I got a horribly gaslit response in return about how petty I was acting. And so they didn't understand that that was a boundary for me. And, you know, in a second, I wanted to react to it. But then I thought about it and I thought, you know, just because you set boundaries with yourself for what's important for yourself or your family or what you are in charge of as far as a leader for your environment, doesn't mean that everybody else is going to agree with it, but it's not their environment, it's yours, you know? That's temperance. Temperance is utilizing the energies. It's about the making sense of things, compromise and understanding. And if you have someone around you that's not willing to compromise and understand that there's a situation that is, you know, causing a negative influence, then you have to guard yourself from that or protect yourself from that. That's what's here. In this devil here in reverse, that's what you've made peace with. Yeah, getting rid of the toxicities with an open heart. So this is like sending it away with love, you know, not hoping or wishing anything negative about the situation or the person or the place or whatever, but just kind of sending it off with love. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. If you're not there yet, this is what's happening. Yeah, there's the Six of Cups in reverse. With that Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Six of Cups in reverse. This to me looks like leaving the past in the past and cleansing yourself from it. Purifying yourself from this. Letting it go, letting it be. That's what this looks like. Just letting it be. Yeah, you have the Moon at the bottom of the deck. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. And the Page of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. Five of Swords in reverse. And the Sun. Page of Wands. I do feel like eventually this may end up in a peaceful resolution in some way, shape, or form. But right now, the energy that you're in is in the Moon, which is Pisces, Cancer, with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, which again is basically like you saying, this is not what you intended. This is not the direction that you intended for things to go. And the future is unclear, but you have to protect yourself in the moment of how things are. And this is what you're doing. And what's coming towards you, I feel like that you're going to have an opportunity to utilize that. You may get a chance to come clean or open up or practice what you preach. Yeah. Not only saying you're going to do certain things, but actually then doing them. It's a lot harder. Just like I told you in my story, saying that the way I need to self-regulate, the way I need to... See, that's the thing too. You can self-regulate all day long, right? And you can self-regulate all day long, but even if you are emotionally regulating yourself, if you have something around you that is a trigger for you, and you're allowing it in your space constantly, this would be like, let's just say, if you were an addict, you wouldn't want to be around other people that were doing that or doing that in front of you, that just wouldn't make any sense, would it? Because even though you're trying to get past that addiction and regulate yourself, you're not going to put yourself in an environment that causes those triggers that could result or put you back into that place. Obviously, there's a stone cold boundary that needs to be set there. And sometimes that's difficult, especially if perhaps it's things that you've normally done, or a pattern that you've normally repeated, or other people that are normally around. You know, it's difficult. It's a hurricane, but it's also out of your control. You can't predict or control how other people react to you trying to find peace with yourself, or peace in your environment, what's important to you, what you feel like is right. It doesn't mean that it will always be that way, but at least momentarily, you know, you can't put yourself in that kind of environment, right? There's another scenario that comes to mind. Let's just talk about this for a second. When I was vegan, and I first started trying to be vegan, you've eaten meat your whole life, and when you stop eating meat, and I live here in Texas, we eat a lot of meat here in Texas. You stop eating meat, especially in my small town. It's hard to go out to a restaurant and then everybody around you is the big old juicy steak, and you're like, okay, that's really difficult. Oh my God, my mouth's watering. You know, like I really want that steak. It's really hard to do that, but you don't want to put yourself in that situation to smell it and everything else, right? You definitely want to, you know, exclude that for a while. But over time, once you get it down and you get the understanding of yourself, and you tolerate certain things, and you feel more comfortable, and you're in your routine and whatever, self-regulate, right? Then you can put yourself in that environment. Then you can allow yourself to be around it, and it won't affect you the same way. And I think that's what's going on here. I think that this is going to start to change here moving forward with you. And ultimately, I feel like that it will turn into a peaceful environment or situation. But I think that that's going to take some time. And either you have others around you that understand it, or you don't, or they don't. Either way, I think it's the decision that you're making, and in order to have that peace that you're looking for. I want to look at this real quick. The Six of Cups in reverse with that Five of Pentacles in reverse, because it can be somebody showing up here from the past energy, coming out of the cold, you know, coming out of the darkness with this purification here. So I want to see what that's about. What is that about? Queen of Wands in the reverse. So there may be somebody here that's having a reaction to this, because this is the second time I've seen this Queen of Wands in reverse. I don't know who this is. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You may have someone here that is feeling as well that you are being selfish in some sort of way, or you have ill intent, or there's some sense of, you know, the Queen of Wands in reverse can be the drama starter. So you may also have someone here that comes towards you in this way because, well, they may lack boundaries, but they also may, there's a lot of negative feelings that I'm feeling here, actually. Somebody's being selfish in this, but I don't know necessarily that they understand or even realize that they are being selfish here. Anything else you can tell me about this? Because I feel like this may be somebody that comes out of the darkness here trying to be innocent or act innocent or purify themselves, you know, redeem themselves in some way, but it comes across as like someone not doing anything wrong, you know, like the Phoenix, Scorpio energy. That's about transformation, changing. The Seven of Pentacles. This is somebody that wants to change the, this is somebody that's wanting to change the seeds that are being planted, how something's developing or growing. The Knight of Wands. I do feel like that this is somebody that may kind of, for some of you, this isn't everybody's story. This could be somebody you don't even know, like just pops up out of the blue to try to trigger you or triggers you in some way. For some of you have history here with this person with the Six of Cups in reverse. But this may be somebody adjacent to someone that you do know. But there is this feeling of someone that's coming in, acting innocent, acting as if they are different or they're not the same. But this Knight of Wands is telling me this is something that's very short-lived. This is a very hot and cold, someone like coming in, trying a situation, and, you know, nothing happening there. Yeah, you have a Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. And the Nine of Cups. There's somebody here that's I almost feel like this person's trying to emotionally confuse you too. Yeah, the High Priestess is in reverse. There's something going on here. There's some drama over here, guys. You have 3 Knights out here, a Queen, a High Priestess. This is going to change everything here. Purify, change everything. Secrets coming out. High Priestess in reverse. Some kind of secret is coming out. Innocence, purify. I think there's somebody here that's trying to, like, yeah, redeem themselves or trying to prove their innocence in some way. But some kind of truth here comes out. What happens with this? The Chariot in reverse. Nothing happens. It doesn't go the way that this person, I feel like, wants it to go. Cancer, Pisces is there. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. And Strength. You're just meant to maintain your balance here. Leo energy. And this doesn't go the way that this person's intending for it to go. They're trying to get control of the situation and balance the situation out, but it doesn't. How are you reacting to this? The Lovers in reverse. Gemini, you don't see this person in the same way. Yeah, you don't see that. You feel like this person just doesn't align with you, and I think that's a hard truth that you're going to be faced with. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. You're not going to take a chance on this. You don't feel like this person aligns with you. It's not someone that's not meant for you or on your path, you know. 8 of Wands in the reverse. Gemini and Aries is here. I do feel like that there may be some kind of frustration here. This feels like somebody trying to... There's 3 Knights here, so that means somebody is trying different ways to come in. So if one way doesn't work, they try another way. If that way doesn't work, they'll try a different way. It goes from honesty, trying to be honest, trying to be clear, this way, to this more of a forceful energy to a more emotional energy. I don't think any of that works because I feel like you just don't align with this person anymore. This could even be a family member or friend, right? It doesn't have to be a loved one. It's just you don't align with this person. You don't see this person the same. I don't think you want to take a chance or risk here with this person whatsoever. And I do feel like that there is a frustration here with this. Why? I think this person, what does this person want from you, though? It's about control. The Four of Cups in reverse. Oh, so this person, they want to break themselves free from whatever it is that they're feeling. What are they feeling? The Page of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, nothing's going to work here with you, but what does that mean? The Eight of Cups in the reverse. This person doesn't want you to lose this emotional attachment that you have to them. That's interesting. They're trying to spark this back up. The Ace of Swords with the Five of Swords in reverse in the Sun. Ten of Swords in reverse in the Tower. And the Four of Wands in reverse. Holy hell. I mean, okay, so there's a lack of give and take, reciprocal energy. We talked about that in the beginning. That Five of Wands is, you know, interference being involved, conflict starting back and forth. Four of Wands in reverse about the foundation, about the stability. You have the Tower, so there's a Tower moment that takes place here. The Ten of Swords in reverse has to do with like trying to improve a situation, trying to come back from an ending. Reconciliation. You have the Sun, so seeing everything clearly. And that Five of Swords in reverse is making amends with how things are. But the Ace of Swords is in reverse because there's a dishonesty here. And there's also an understanding that you have that you can't see everything. So you don't really like know what the future has. You just know like, again, where you are right now in the present and what you need to do for yourself in the present. I think that this person, it comes across as selfish to them because I don't feel like that they understand fully. I don't think they understand fully themselves. I don't know that this person is fully self-aware of their own patterns or behavior. And I think that they're just trying to control the situation because they don't feel good or comfortable with how things are. But they're not understanding, you know, what you're asking or what you need from them or from the situation. And I think that you have figured this out. Like, you're not going to just do what this person wants you to do in order to appease them, you know. And I think that's probably something that you've done in the past. And that's probably why they're looking towards you to do the same thing now. So you go through this long process here of doing what you need to do. And then you run into this eventually. So I feel like there's some time that goes by. What advice do you have for pile one? Boy, that flipped right on over there, didn't it? Yeah. Release desperation, number 23. Free myself from past mistakes by forgiving yourself for what you have done and went through. This is the process of what you're doing right now. Because I told you, this isn't what you wanted. You're not happy with having to do this at all. This is very difficult for you. This Nine of Wands and that Nine of Cups is showing that. It's hard for you to defend. It's hard for you to protect yourself here because you may be somebody that just wants to give with this generous, you know, give with an open heart, offer without expectation, unconditional love. Like, this is an energy of wanting to give, you know, wanting to give in that way. So this is outside of the norm for you, and this is difficult. And I think this is what you're doing is you're releasing this desperation of possibly trying to get someone else to understand you. You're freeing yourself from whatever mistakes that you made in the past. So if you are someone, like I said, that is overgiving, you're understanding how you participated in creating what has happened. And you're trying to free yourself from that. You also have spiritual warfare. Number 31. Remember that you have all you need and you can stand strong in this life and have victory over the battlefields of your mind, heart, and soul. This is you too, like understanding that you have to have those all work together in order to create what it is that you need here. For yourself, you know, or what you need in order to self-regulate. Because like I said, you're doing things that you don't normally do, or it's hard for you to do. What advice do you have for pile 1 about this? Challenges. Bottom of the deck says forgiveness, and I think that's a big part of this. So I'm going to read it actually. You have patience there, so definitely having patience with yourself is important. And I think this has been a process too, forgiving the situation. It says challenges. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take the burden and show me your will. That's exactly where you are. It says forgiveness. Healing comes from acceptance. Help me, dear Lord, to fully accept what is, knowing that this alone will open me to the new. And this is what you're understanding here. That sometimes it sucks to have to do things that you don't want to have to do, but you also know that in order to have peace in your life, or in order to have peace overall or harmony, that's just part of it. That's just part of it. Okay, let's get an overall card to close, and then we'll get some initials and some charms. This isn't what I was expecting. Not the way I expected this reading to come out. What advice do you have overall to leave pile 1 with? Yeah, you have a new beginning coming, by the way. It's almost over is at the bottom. So yeah, this is something that's almost come to a conclusion. Something that's almost, I think it already has really ended. I think it's just, it's not over though. There's still another battle, I guess, if you can say. But it is almost over. Number 11, you have 111 here. So if you've been seeing that a lot, that's about new beginnings. Embrace the magical moment. You are in perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow wishes to be filled. So I do feel like because you've taken this stance here for yourself and created a peaceful environment for yourself, or created what you need, self-regulated, and also implemented that into your life in order to find that peace, new things are going to transpire here for you. It's almost over. The current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. I don't know how this is going to work out for all of you. It's different for everybody, because this person or place or whatever this is that you're dealing with is different for everybody and how they will react. But you do have forgiveness here. So regardless of their reaction, I feel like in general, it's just about forgiving yourself for the experience, for your part or what you went through, and forgiving this person or the situation itself, just so that you can overcome the challenge and move forward to new beginnings in a peaceful way. In a peaceful way. Okay. All right, let's see. See if I can get some new ones from the bottom here. Lots of charms, no initials. Let's see if we can get some initials. There we go. Okay. Red flag, red flag, red flag. That's what this reminds me of. It's a bow tie, but in the middle you have that red flag. This is going to create an energy to where, for yourself, to where when you approach situations, you're able to recognize things that you didn't see before. It's never a bad thing to understand where your boundaries are or how to protect yourself, because we're all different in that, in our hearts and our minds and what we need. You have the owl here, so being wise is important, using your head, listening to logic as well. You have happy feet, so moving in the right direction is something that's here. You are on the right path. You are moving in the right direction in order to have peace and happiness. I am not a morning person. Maybe there's something to do with your morning routine. Maybe you should start doing something different in the morning, or maybe you're dealing with somebody that's not a morning person. You also have, that wasn't very cash money of you, so there is definitely something that's here that's obviously something you need to protect yourself from, right? He says love yourself first, and that's what you're doing. And you also have love is never wasted. That's forgiveness. That's about understanding that, forgiving the experience, and know that the love that you gave was never something that was wasted. And that's how you forgive and kind of move forward, right? Okay, we have FD, Divine Feminine is here. We have G, S, 2 R's, an I, an M, and a W, and a J. Okay, Mr. 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 and Mrs. is here. Ooh, for some of you, if you don't have somebody that you're with, if you have not met a person, your person here yet, that might be something that's in the future. For some of y'all may have not ever thought that you would get married or remarried. That could be something that's in your future that you are completely oblivious to at this time. Never say never, right? Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you here. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys with this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 2. So if y'all chose the T-Rex, shiny old T-Rex here. Okay, so this will be your reading. So we're taking a look to see what is coming towards you. And this, to me, is supposed to represent where you are currently. So y'all may be feeling like a T-Rex. I always want to say, like, you may be feeling like something is just out of your reach, right? Because he has little arms. Meet the Robertsons. It's a cartoon. He talks about that. And he's telling the T-Rex that he made up, you know, to go chase somebody. And he's like, I would, but I can't. I'm big, but I got little arms, so he can't reach. He can't reach what he needs to reach him. So there might be something to do with that. Like, you have a lot of, maybe you have a lot of anger, or you have a lot of, hopefully not. Maybe you just have a lot of built up emotions. You have a lot of feelings, a lot of things going on there, and you can't quite reach what you need to. This could just be a lot of inspiration, a lot of drive, you know, but you can't quite get to where you want to go or need to go. Okay. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's see what you got. I haven't seen this yet, so... Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. My favorite colors are pink and blue. Blue first and then pink. So this card's so pretty to me. There's this kind of, what would you call that? I guess duality, maybe. It says moon memories in the past. So we are coming out of retrograde. We have a little bit of time left, but we are coming out of lots of retrograde, actually. Lots of planets are in retrograde. Particularly Mercury is the one that you hear most about. And that's when the past situations and things start to come up. You have 2 people that are on the beach here. This kind of looks like a memory itself, right? Like a picture. And these 2 palm trees that are here are about, you know, bending, but these palm trees don't look right? They look like they fell down. Okay. So, I have to say, guys, I know y'all don't want to hear it, but this may have something to do with the past catching up with you in some way. You have this big moon up here, which is about all those emotions, but it can also represent being in the darkness, being in the unknown, you know, thinking about the past and being in a place of not knowing certain things about the past, maybe that you're trying to figure out. This is maybe where all these emotions come from, but if they're just out of your reach. It's interesting. Okay, so we are going to use, what are we going to use as far as oracles for y'all? You know what? I think I might just get what's the tea. I'm kind of nervous to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just saw dodging bullet. So you may feel as if you dodged a bullet here when it comes to the past, but it may be something that's resurfacing in some way. We have an offer. that I just saw. An offer. Dodging a bullet. Offer. Interesting. You know, I didn't even think about it, but the dinosaur is like history, right? History, the past, something repeating itself. Oh boy. Okay, what is coming towards pile 2? Love on the brain. So daydreaming, the past, moon memories, these memories coming up. What is coming towards pile? Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Okay. This could be those pent-up emotions or feelings. Okay, guys. So my camera storage was full. So I had to delete some stuff. So I already had like almost all the spread out by the time I looked up and realized that. So whatever that was, something changed. Something strategy. Someone's strategy here is changing. The way they want to do things is changing. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. What's coming towards pile 2? The past is coming towards you, okay? You have groupie here. What's coming towards pile 2? Fake flexing. Obsessive lover. Moving on. Thank you next. Same shit, different day. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off of you, creativity. Okay, strategy did change. Before it was somebody that was just spying on you here, and now it feels like this is somebody that's trying to imitate you. Now they're trying to like, whatever they see you doing, and they may still be spying on you, whatever that they're seeing, like whatever energy you're in, they're pretending to be in that same kind of energy. This is a very toxic, very nasty kind of vibe that I'm getting from this person. They may not be that kind of person, but they're in that energy, okay? So this feels like somebody that's kind of fantasizing about you seeing them living in a particular light that's not even real. This is somebody that would figure out what you wanted, and they, like, let's just say, I'm just going to say, like, you got a new car, okay? Because I just got a new car. So it's a good scenario. But let's just say you got a new car. So if you get a new car and then you have somebody from your past and you see them and they're in the same car, even though they didn't even like that kind of car, or they don't even need something like that. You know, it's like, what the hell? It's like somebody that tries to be all the things or do all the things they know that you want or you want to be, to, like, I don't know, pull one over on you. This obsessive lover energy is here with this fake flexing. So this could even be people like they're around. You may even see this post it. So hold on. You may see this person posting how happy they are, maybe around their friends, like a group of friends. Maybe this is work colleagues or something, or family even, especially because going into the holidays, you know, so this could be somebody that's posting a lot of pictures around family and the holidays, which, I mean, of course you're going to be happy when you're, hopefully, it's not always the case, right? Or when you're around your family, but anyways, basically what you see is not what's real with this person, okay? There's just, you're seeing what they want you to see. Let's say that. This fake flexing means obviously this is not what you're seeing is not what's happening. This obsessive lover that's here, this is somebody that is not healthy. If they have been, they're fallen into a bad habit of being not healthy. I think that you're moving on from this person. And this may be like a pattern that you see with them, like a repetitive pattern that you see. Look, carless, and I mentioned car. That's weird, right? Yeah, this may be like an energy vampire as well. Somebody that kind of fed off of you. And you may be moving on from this person. This is interesting. Okay, we're going to use the Twin Peaks. Wait. Yeah, right? I just second guess myself. Mystical Peaks. Mystical Peaks Tarot. Mystical Peaks Tarot. Okay. Yeah, you may second guess yourself about this person. You know, like, initially when you, like, someone does something or says something, and for a second you're like, what? Was that a backhanded compliment? Or was that a directed towards me? Or was there some jealousy in that? You know, it's like, wait a second, what? Like, that instant gut feeling or instinct is the real feeling is that you're getting from this person. It's what's really happening. Did y'all see that? I should have showed you before. There it is again. That Seven of Cups. See how he's looking at the screen? All the different things. He's looking at the screen. I feel like this person's watching you. Like, this may start to get kind of obsessive with this person. They're in your energy. I would definitely recommend like a cleanse, energy cleanse for sure. Cord cutting cleanse if you need it. Something like that. Just to visualize that as a meditation or something. Just take a salt bath. Go put your feet outside on the ground. Stand in the rain if you need it. Get in some water. Some natural water. Okay. Love on the brain. What is coming towards pile 2? The Knight of Pentacles. So this is a person that's coming toward you. Well, he's got his work cut out for him, doesn't he? He's going to have to fix that so he can plow, and the ground looks awful. It's too dry. Anyway, I don't know why I'm just sitting here analyzing that. Somebody trying to figure something out. Feels like somebody that has a plan and they're trying to figure out what it is that you want, and they're going to try to do whatever that is. Like I said before, ain't shit. Judgment. I think that you've already made some kind of judgment call about this person. Maybe you've already freed yourself from this person. Scorpio energy. 10 of Wands in the reverse. I don't think that you're worried or even thinking about this person at all. I think you've released the weight. I don't think that you care. I mean, I don't mean to be like, I'm not trying to be like harsh or anything either here. It's energy of, I just don't think you're worried about whatever they're doing. You kind of released yourself from this. So the roles may have switched. If you were in that energy, I don't think you're in it now. Yeah, look at that. King of Cups with fake flexing. This is somebody, what they're faking is their emotions. Like they are emotionally stable with how things are. This is someone from your past you have memories with. This is not someone that is stable. I think this is what they're faking. I also feel like that, and this could just be in their life in general, but I also feel like this person feels like you're just out of reach at this time, and they have a lot of emotions about that. Like they want to be able to make contact, or they want to be able to get to you in some way, and they haven't been able to do that. Or whatever they're doing is not working. Tell me about obsessive lover. The Lover's in reverse. Wow. Yeah, this is somebody from your past. This is somebody that you've chosen to walk away from. You made a judgment call here about this person. And this is someone that is, it says dangerously toxic, unhealthy, possessiveness, and karmic. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles, or what's coming towards pile 2. Yeah, you have an Emperor here in reverse. This is a man with the plan, and it's not a good one. This plan that they have is a plan to kind of manipulate or control the narrative or the situation having to do with maybe past energy or what's to come. They're trying to... This is somebody that enjoys this, by the way. They may be somebody that is very charming or able to manipulate others into believing what they want, into thinking what they want. And your challenge to this person at this time, I feel like, because I don't feel like you're buying into this. How are you seeing this person right now? Let's see. The Eight of Swords. How are you seeing this person right now? The Seven of Pentacles. So you're in your head a little bit about this person, maybe about what they're investing into, what's happening. But I feel like you're being patient here with yourself, being in your head. It's like you feel like imprisoned in a way with not the unknown or not knowing and being afraid of what's to come or what's going to happen or whatever. But I think you're also kind of just trying to be patient with yourself and just wait and see kind of how something unfolds. Six of Pentacles in reverse. You may feel like this person took a lot from you. Six of Pentacles being in reverse. You may have overgave, but you may feel like this person like was a taker, and then you're in your head about this, maybe about if you'll ever get anything back, if that's the situation. You may be worried about this person still taking from you. That's interesting. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Give me a card for that. Yeah, the Hanged Man. This is you kind of just sitting here. Like you can't do anything else in this situation. It's like you've done everything that you can do and you're just kind of sitting and just allowing things to unfold, but you're trying to be patient with yourself. This is a process that you're going through, getting out of your head. Okay. You have Aries and Scorpio. Scorpio's out here twice, and you have Gemini here too as well. Why is Judgment here with ain't shit? Ain't shit. You have, yeah, the Chariot. This is somebody that's motivated by whatever it is that you're doing, okay? It's a bad place to get your motivation. That's that Emperor in reverse. Cancer energies there. So whatever judgment call you've made about this person, they don't feel like that it's not crap. You know, they're not gonna. They don't feel like you're being true or honest, or you are. These are upright, you know. This person just feels like, I don't know if this person feels like they can just break past your barriers. Like if you're taking a stance here, this is someone that's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Whatever. This is someone that feels like they may have some kind of control on you. This may have been just because this was a pattern that you've replayed with this person. Ten of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, Wheel of Fortune is karma. I think this person, this energy, it feels really off. Like this person feels off. They have this idea in their mind that whatever you're doing because you're trying to influence them in some kind of way. And I don't think that's the case at all. I think maybe you're just trying to live your life. I think that's what they're doing. So they assume that you're doing it too. This is like somebody that's in secret competition with you, but you're not playing. You're not in any kind of competition. Yeah, so there's this feeling of releasing, like whatever you're doing, whatever this person's doing, it's like you're in this place of just not. King of Cups and the High Priestess in reverse. Pisces energy. Okay, so this says fake flexing, act fakes, flossy. Floss is money. Flossy could be here. Acts fancy and shows off and etc. Right? with this High Priestess energy. But this is somebody that presents themselves as being calm, stable, secure in their emotions. None of this is right. None of this is true. And I think you know that about this person. I think you know this person more than what you've said, more than what you've acted. I think this is a lesson for you. I think that you know this person and how they react or handle situations as well. But again, they think they know you. You know, it's like it's this mirroring back and forth, but that's the Lovers, you know, in the karmic relationship and the Lovers, it's like this person's going to mirror everything back to you, but I don't think you're playing the game in this. Pisces energy. This doesn't have to be a lover, you know. Gemini's there. Lovers. Yeah, Six of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody that thinks that you're just going to come back around eventually. Like, it will just work itself out, or you're going to... I don't want to be on this reading. Yeah, the Devil, I'm holding in my hand here in reverse. The Nine of Swords in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. You've walked away from this person. Look at that. Both of these cards right here that I'm holding in my hand, and the Ten of Swords in reverse, you're over it. And the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There's the Eight of Swords, okay. You're over this. All these cards are moving on from something. No longer, you don't care anymore. It's like she's getting all these tattoos in her back, right? This is the Ten of Swords. So this is supposed to be something that's incredibly painful ending. But she keeps going back and getting more work done on her tattoo. And like, she knows that it sucks. She knows it's going to hurt. But it ultimately is, if she wants what she wants, then she's got to go through that. I got to get George because he's scratching at my door, guys. And then the Five of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Cups are both energies of moving on. Hey. Okay, sorry. The Five of Wands is moving on. It's going your separate ways. Nine of Swords, it's the same energy, no longer like getting over feeling anxious in any kind of way and that kind of stuff. And you still are in that energy at that Eight of Swords because you don't know what's going to happen next. Some of y'all may have this like feeling of this person's energy around you. They have a strong energy here. They're in the Emperor energy, but it's distorted masculine energy of how they're seeing things or how they see the situation or the future. This is not how they see things playing out, is not anything like what's actually happening. They're living in an illusion. This is like when this person's, I think they have this, what do they think that you're just gonna, what does this person think Call 2 is gonna do? The Star. They think that you're still thinking about them. You're still dreaming about them. Ace of Cups in reverse. What does this person think that Paul 2 is going to do here? Yeah, the Fool. This person thinks that you're just going to come back around. Like, you're not going to let them go. You're just going to come back around. You still love and care about them. You're still... Maybe they think that you're obsessed with them, you know? Like, this is the feeling of someone that's obsessed with you, but they're trying to feel like oh, the politician's just obsessed with me. That's not the case at all. Like, this is how this person would imagine you coming towards them. Even if you have, like, a new relationship or you're in a place to where you're looking for a relationship or anything like that, this Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like they feel like you're never going to find a relationship like you shared with them from anyone else. You have the Fool here. Look, this is how your person sees you when they think about you and them. See how he's just carelessly running around that corner. They feel like that you're going to come running towards them at any time. King of Wands in reverse. They're sitting back and waiting. They don't feel like they have to take any kind of action. The Hierophant, you'll see. You'll make a decision. Five of Swords, you'll get confused or conflicted about something and you'll want closure or not want this to be over. This person really is, they're living in an illusion for sure. I don't feel like that at all from y'all. I think you're moving on. Same shit, different day. Here we go. I'm not doing this again. I'm done. How are you seeing this person? Strength. How are you seeing this person? The Four of Cups. You feel like that this person has a very strong character and they may get bored easily. Like they may get bored in situations. This person may even have someone else. Let me show y'all this card. In the tent, there's a person there handing him a cup, right? Which is the Ace of Cups. But he's focused on these 3 cups here. So this is how you're seeing this person, as someone that may have a strong character and they get kind of bored. Like that's what I'm seeing with you too. You just may have been in repetitive cycles with this person. But it's like this person is someone that likes to tame others according to their will, you know? It's a very weird energy. Like they like the challenge. You have Moon here. This is how you're seeing this person, as someone that just keeps you stuck, keeps you in an illusion, keeps you confused. 7 of Swords, there it is. Sneaky, sneaky. You don't trust this person. 4 of Wands in reverse. There's been a broken commitment foundation here. 9 of Pentacles. You may be, and you're moving on. Again, this is about like being satisfied and happy within yourself. And moving on here with that 3 of Swords in reverse. That 4 of Swords that's here. You're in the stage of rest. You're not hurting over this anymore. And I feel like you see this person as someone that's very selfish or self-focused. And they don't understand you. They don't understand where you're at. Know that this person, I feel like, hold on. They'll get to a point where they need to figure something out or come towards you. Let's see. Never mind. 8 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there'll be a point where this person gets frustrated with the delay, like this is taking too long. Why haven't you reached out to them? Queen of Wands. What's going to happen here? The 10 of Swords in reverse. This person's going to get to this point and they're going to be in this energy of where they desire you, you know, they want you. And they're going to try to come back around and just have a do-over. Yeah, the Hanged Man, trying to convince you. They're trying to convince themselves. It has nothing to do with you. It's like trying to convince themselves, like they have convinced themselves that you're in love with them and that you are obsessive about them, and it's not being shown in the environment and the actions. And so this person's going to come back in and do something out of frustration in order to kind of call you in, you know, stir things up, get you to kind of desire them again in some ways, just so they can feed their ego. They may not even stay. They just want even if it's not a good reaction they get from you, even if it's a terrible reaction they get from you, they're still going to take that as, and if you're upset and you tell them to stay away, like they won't take it as your word. Temperance. This is a weird energy, guys. Turning water into wine here. Sagittarius, Pisces is there. Sagittarius is here again. What's the Queen of Wands of how they see you? The 8 of Cups. Yeah. This person, when they start to like feel like that, you know, it's weird about this. I think it actually makes this person desire you more the further you get away from them. Because you have self-respect and dignity, and that's desirable. you're a challenge to this person. The further you get away, the bigger of a challenge that you are. They love that. Ugh. Sun is in reverse. You see this person clearly. Four of Pentacles, and you know you need to protect yourself from them. Nine of Cups in reverse. You feel like this person is someone that's selfish, self-absorbed. You know, they don't care who they hurt kind of feeling. Let's see if there's anything you need to be especially aware of here when it comes to this person. Courtship. What about that? What about the courtship? Marriage. What about that? What do they need to be aware of? To me, this person may be in a relationship, or they're married or getting married. You have occupation here. You have message of concern. Wait a second. Hold on. What should you know? Somebody here may... Hold on. Tell me about courtship. Yeah, the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Tell me about marriage. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. Tell me about occupation. The Page of Wands. Okay, this isn't going to be for everybody. And here's that mirroring. 4-3-3-4. 444 is here too, which is a number of protection. There's someone here. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Who is this? Message of concern. Who is this message of concern? Two cards. Death and the Three of Pentacles. Now, this could be this person for some of y'all, but I feel like this is somebody else. This may be somebody this person's married to or in a relationship with. Death and the Three of Pentacles is ending a relationship, ending a commitment. Either this person is telling you they've ended some kind of commitment and they haven't, or there's someone here that they are in a relationship with. Like, this is not true. Whatever this person, message of concern, official person, whatever this person's telling you is not the truth. Whatever you're seeing, if they are in a relationship or commitment, they are not happy with that or in being in that. Like I already mentioned, this is already how you see this person. So of course they're going to be like this, right? What you need to be aware of. This person's not going to be honest with you about the relationship, about their loyalty. For some of you, this may be coming from someone else. You may get some kind of message or something here, someone that's concerned about maybe why something ended, why a commitment ended, what changed in a relationship. So I don't know what side that is for y'all. It's different for everybody. This Page of Wands, this is a message. And occupation is about working on something, trying to work something out. So if that's coming from this person trying to change the situation because they're concerned that you may be in another relationship or something like that, they're in a relationship, but they may not be happy where they are. They may not be honest with you about that either. And for others of you, this is coming from someone else on this person's side that's trying to figure out what happened, why things ended, why things didn't work out, what happened between the two of you. They feel like this person's not being honest. And this is somebody that if they're in a commitment with this person, this is like they're not happy with the commitment they're in, and now they're curious of why things ended between the two of y'all. It's up to y'all whether or not you want to get in that situation or in that. It just feels like drama. But this can be about being curious here, you know, why something didn't work out between the two of y'all. Yeah. Three of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Cups. Three of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles. This could have to do something, and that's just flipped in my lap. There could be something to do with the child here at this Page of Cups. I don't know what this means. Separation or distance here with this Queen of Pentacles when it comes to that. And someone being sad or heartbroken, or yeah, separation when it comes to this. Someone wants to know the truth and they may be coming to you for answers. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. I don't know what that's about. It's different for everybody. Hopefully that y'all know. If you don't and it's confusing, leave it. It's not your message, okay? Don't try to make it fit to your story. You'll know it if that was your story. What advice do you have for pile 2 moving forward? Oh, okay. You have love is in the air, number 62. Let falling in love teach you divine lessons. It's worth working on. Be honest, but honest conversations will be the key to overcoming the difficulties. You learned a significant lesson around all of this, but I do feel like for some of you, there's something new coming into play. We have healthy changes at the bottom, number 9, so that's part of this. This is a healthy change here that you needed. There's something in your life that isn't helping your body and mind. Focus on creating a wellness-focused mind and body. So for some of you, that's there. Needing to, yeah, that's there. Needing to realign yourself, with what's right for you. Peace. What brings you peace? 76, this could have to do with this situation here for some of you. If this has to do with someone else, like a third-party energy, because that's here. You have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. Don't get involved. 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 I mean, this, take it and leave it. It's up to y'all. It's y'all's experience, but this is saying set it out. Number 76, something is not quite right. Wait a little longer before taking action. Timing is off, or it could be the wrong decision. I feel like that is talking about that situation. So if something comes up, I would sit it out. I would not participate or communicate. I would definitely set it out. Okay. Anyways, okay, let's get some advice. Already did that. Let's get some overall advice to leave you with, and then we'll get some charms and initials. What do you want to leave pile 2 with? Overall message. You have no fear. Number 14, this is temperance that's here. So you are in a well-balanced place. So feel comfortable with where you are. Don't have any fear around this. I didn't do this reading to bring you fear. It's just about, I think you already know this about this person. You already know who this person is and how they work or how they do things. Have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. So don't be afraid to speak your truth here. Be honest with yourself. All that stuff. All of those things. You know what to do. Protect your peace. That's important. Sometimes that means sitting something out and not including yourself into something. We have an L that fell outside of the bowl. So there's some different ones in here. You have the sail ship, so moving on to calmer waters, moving away from something. Don't worry about the things you can't control. Let your dreams be your wings. So if you're trying to be like, don't try to teach this person something or teach them how you feel or a lesson or tell them you're not worried about them or, who cares? Who cares? Who cares what they think? Who cares what they think? That's not going to phase or affect you in any way, especially if you're not involved with this person. If they're living in their own world, let them live in their own world. Let them think what they want. Keep living your life. Let your dreams be your wings. Be a nice human. Don't create any kind of bad karma for yourself here. Just let me adore you. We have L, Q, E, another Q. We have a O, a K, 2 B's, and an X. I see EOB, and it reminds me of explanation of benefits, like insurance. That might have something to do with this. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck. Sending you so much love and light, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose the crown here, the royal crown, and then you also have this card here, which I'll turn over in just a second. I haven't looked at it yet. So real quick, guys, my voice. I took a little bit of a break after pile 2, and I've been sick. I'm recovering, so my voice is not quite all there, so I apologize for that. But it is what it is, right? Here we are. Okay. So with the crown, this crown always makes me think about worthiness, and how you see yourself. So whatever's coming towards you, it may be a direct reflection of how you see yourself or your own worthiness in some kind of way. Okay. This could also be like a kind of like a test around that. Okay. I know nobody likes to hear that word test, but I feel like this is something that you've really studied for, if that makes it any better. Okay. So let's see. Intuition. Okay. So this could have to do with believing in yourself, believing in your intuition here. Selena Gomez may be important because she kind of looks like her a little bit. Anyway, moon, maybe, and intuition. So you have these 2 horses here, these white horses, and then you have this moon that's in the background, but it kind of like has this image around it looking kind of like the sun. So it's like the moon sun energy combining, and that reminds me of feminine masculine energy coming together. So with intuition, it's like you're not only using your intuition and utilizing your intuition for the best case scenario, but you're also like realizing that you have to put things into action with it as well. These white horses, and she has her eyes closed here. It's just this overall energy of just believing in yourself. But with these white horses, to me, they're about blind faith, because I'm thinking about the chariot. In the chariot, you have the white and the black phoenix. I'm gonna have to clear my throat, guys. Sorry. Okay, maybe that's better. Okay. Back to it. So you have this energy here of the white representing the faith, and faith over fear. So you have this idea of having faith in yourself, having faith in your intuition, and being able to take action towards what you feel like is right for you, and having courage and strength when it comes to that. Okay. So this, I also feel like, is whatever's coming towards you is something that your intuition has already been feeling. You've already been feeling like this is going to happen. So I use different oracles for all the piles, right? And there's a particular oracle or oracles that I'm trying to look for y'all, and I don't see them. Oh, yeah, they were. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be a little bit slower than normal because, yeah, I'm really losing my voice. So, if you want to, always remember in these readings that you can always speed me up. Either hold down on the video there, or we'll keep that out. Or you can go up to the top right corner and click on the little gear icon and go down to playback and speed me up a little bit, like 1.5 or something like that. New perspective. So you know that there's a secret admirer that you have. It says, I'm not ready to reveal my true feelings for you. In new perspective here, I'm seeing us with new eyes. It's also clear. Some of you, this may be someone new that you're unaware of with Secret Admirer. Maybe you are aware of them, but you don't know how they feel about you. For some of you, this may be somebody from your past, of course, that has maybe changed. They're different. They're not the same. Or they're seeing things differently between the two of you. This doesn't have to be about love either. This could also be representing like a job opportunity or something where they're seeing you differently. We have skepticism here. Give me some time to trust this connection and liberation. Someone's about to tell you how they feel about you. Someone is about to open up about how they feel about you. We have ending here too. This liberation says, I'm setting myself free and embracing new experiences. And this says ending. I know that endings are painful, but it's best that we move on for now. Bottom of the deck says soulmate. Someone is fixing to open up and tell you how they feel. It says, you are my soulmate, a dream come true. I honestly feel, this is what I'm feeling here. I feel like that some of y'all are not with anyone. Okay, there's two different storylines now I'm feeling. Some of y'all are not with anyone. And for those of you that aren't with anyone, I feel like there's someone that has their eye on you. You may be aware of this person somewhat, but you don't know how this person actually feels about you. This is somebody that's been watching you, because this is someone that is very, I heard soft-spoken, but they're very hesitant. They're very shy. They're very nervous. And they may compare themselves to you as far as this person may come across as very confident, in appearance wise, or when they're around others, or just how you see them. But when it comes to love, this is somebody that's very shy and held back. This person may or may not have communicated with you. You may or may not know who this is, but they're definitely watching you and they definitely know who you are. I do feel like there's somewhat of a history here, though. So I feel like this person has known of you or knows about you. But they've been holding back, trying to figure out if they should open themselves up, if they should express something here to you or not. And I think that this person's now in a place to where they feel like they need to. Like they need to say something. I think there's this energy of time or pressure that they feel is being put on them. But most importantly, I think they're realizing that this may be becoming some sort of an obsession. And this is something that they need to express so that they can either, it can be something or not, but they can move on from it. Okay. For others of you, this is a relationship that you're already in. And what is coming towards you is, I feel like this person's has some kind of new perspective or new thought or idea about you, about what they want with you. Of course, this could be somebody from your past as well that you've already been in a relationship with, but you still consider this person a soulmate, okay? So this is someone with choices here. This is someone that you still consider or see as a soulmate. Despite what's going on, or despite how they see you, or whatever the situation is. There's still this tie to each other, let's say that. So they have some feelings about a new perspective about the situation with you, and they're a little bit hesitant to approach it, to communicate it, but they need to liberate themselves. They need to express themselves here. And they're taking a chance because they know that they could be rejected. You might not like what they have to say. This could, if you're actually with this person, this could be like they want to start doing things differently. They want to address the issues that you have. If this is somebody from the past, then this is somebody that's now seeing the situation in a different perspective, and now seeing themselves in a different perspective, and they want to live the situation differently with you. They want to address this. Either way, this person's afraid of your response. I think that they're afraid of communicating things to you because they're afraid of either things ending or rejection. And that's for all those scenarios. Okay. Okay. I did not get the tarot because I was in such a hurry to get started on this reading. So we're going to use the regular Right Away Tarot. And as I open there, you have the King of Cups in the reverse, Scorpio energy, and some Sagittarius here with Temperance. So this is definitely someone that doesn't feel emotionally at ease, at balance. And they're wanting to come in and try to compromise with you, try to balance the scales, try to balance themselves out. If this is someone new that's admiring you in a way, they know that they have to, like, their emotions aren't settled. They feel like this need to express themselves or do something in order to, like, make something happen. And either it happens or it doesn't, but they still, either way, need to express themselves. Yeah, because this is someone that is, like, starting to lose hope in their self and hope in the situation. So whatever the scenario you are in with this person, how you see this person or know this person, this is someone that is starting to lose hope and lose faith, and they have the awareness of that they know they need to do something about it. They may also feel like you're feeling that way, you know. If this is someone new, they could be just simply feeling like you're getting further and further away from them. Or the chance of you meeting someone else is significant, right? Tell me about secret admirer, please. I just saw the Six of Cups, which is that soulmate energy. So this is definitely someone that you know, I feel. No matter the situation. Tell me about secret admirer, please. What's coming towards Paul 3? Yeah, with that crown here, this is definitely somebody that is, I feel like, recognizing or seeing your value. And I also feel like that you know that this person's coming towards you. You have Cancer energy right off the bat. There's that Chariot. That's the first card I called here with this white Sphinx. It's the sign of faith, having faith in the situation. So being in reverse, this is someone that feels like or knows that they need to get control of the situation. This is someone that if they've been spying on you, if they've been keeping tabs on you, if they've been watching you, either for some of you, you may have gone quiet. They don't really know like what's going on. They're afraid maybe you've met someone else if this is someone new. Or they're just realizing that they don't have, like they've lost control in the situation. Yeah, the Eight of Cups in the reverse with new perspective. So this is definitely like needing to go back to a situation, right? It's somebody that may have tried to move on, but they can't. Try to move on from something, but they can't, as far as the perspective that's at the table, perspective of how they see things. It's like, no, I can't move on from this. New person, this would be like, I tried to just, wrap this, or try to let this go, but I can't. I need to say something, that kind of thing. Why would they say that? Well, because this person with that crown, they definitely do see you as being maybe like way better than them. Like, I think this person, if this is someone new, is very afraid of rejection here. Skepticism. Yeah, the two skepticism. The Two of Pentacles. So they're trying to figure out like what to do, right? They're looking at their options, their choices. Give me some time to trust this connection. But I really feel like most importantly, they're trying to trust themselves. If this is someone you're in a relationship with, then they're trying to figure out, like they're asking for maybe time for you to trust it, time for you to figure things out. Giving you some options there. Yeah, I just saw the Two of Cups in reverse. So if you're apart from this person, separated from this person, and this is someone that is definitely, this is like, I've had some time to think. This is someone that wants you to trust them. Why is liberation here? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, that's what I was talking about there. This is like someone that feels like you're better off without them. Like, I don't know. They're really, okay, I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, if this is someone new, I'm going to tell you a quick story. When I was in school, there was this guy that he was really good friends with me. Like, I really enjoyed this guy, right? Like, he was fun. He was interesting. And we weren't in the same friend group. Let's say that. But I was friends with everybody in school. Very Sagittarius, I feel. But me and him, we were every time we would have a class together or anything like that, or we'd see each other out of class, we would always have the best conversations and the best time together. But he never asked me out. He never asked me out. So I thought, well, he's just not interested in me, right? We're just like it's just a friendly thing. So, of course, you get out of school, you move on with your life. Years later, right, like 10 years later, I see this guy. And he says to me, asks me how life is going and blah, blah, blah. And he says, I always had the hots for you. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I always had the hots for you. I was like, why didn't you ask me out? And he's like, I just did not think that you would ever be interested in me. And I'm like, I would have. Yeah, because I enjoyed him a lot. He's like, I just never thought you'd be interested in me, so I never tried. He didn't want the rejection. And I thought, well, you dropped the buck on that one there, dude, because I would have dated you. And anyway, so that's kind of, I get this feeling here of that, if this is a new person, okay? So with liberation, though, in that Nine of Pentacles, if this is somebody you're in a relationship with, this is someone that feels like they have not respected you. They have not lived up to what you deserve. And they're seeing this differently now. This is somebody that wants to liberate themselves by expressing this to you. This feeling of not being able to give you what you deserve or haven't. So what is ending here? This could be somebody that's expressing why they know that, or how do I say that? That they know why things ended, and it may have to do with that, and they're seeing that now, and they didn't see that before. Tell me about ending. Yeah, look at that. Wow. This is about rejection. If this is someone you're in a relationship with and it didn't work out, this has to do with a lack of trust. But I think the perspective shift is they're realizing this is more of a lack of trust within themselves, trusting themselves, than it has anything to do with you. They've compared themselves to you a lot in what they have to offer. And it doesn't matter the situation, new, old, with someone. When you're in a relationship and you're constantly comparing yourself to that other person and whether or not you're right, good, all these things, and you're not taking into consideration, like my story, that person may not feel any of those ways. They may feel really good about you. They may feel like things are right, things are good. But if your insecurities are coming out because you're comparing yourself, you're going to feel rejected, and you're not going to be yourself, because you're not trusting yourself in the situation. And ultimately, it doesn't have anything to do with the other person, right? Okay, so why is the Chariot here? It has to do with assumptions, right? Like that guy was assuming that I just wouldn't be interested. He didn't want to face that kind of rejection. He probably didn't want to change the connection that we had either, because that would make things awkward, right? Okay, the Chariot in the reverse, the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is someone that is wanting to get control of the situation because they feel like they're losing you or they have lost you. That they may also be trying to figure out if you're still interested in, or if you're interested in them, or if you're with someone else. But I think they may have sat in this energy for too long, without taking any kind of action. Yes.
One of your plants fell down, right?
The big one in the living room? Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to fix it later. I have to get a bamboo stick for it.
It's more closer to the kitchen, but it's close to the tree that you put.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, I'll fix it in a minute. It's okay. It likes to wander.
Little pet. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, guys. You know, that might have meant something, though. I like to take everything into the readings, and he just was telling me about a plant that I just moved in it. It's really big, and anyway, the branches are kind of leaning, and you have to continue to straighten it up. So this, I feel like, is, I don't know, I feel like this person keeps getting like on the straight and narrow, but then they kind of go off the radar, and you have to kind of straighten up. Anyway, okay. Why is the 8 of, I don't know, that was just a message for somebody. If you're in a relationship with this person, this may be somebody that has a really hard time maintaining the straight and narrow especially if you're married to someone. I am getting a message here about being married to someone and them having a hard time like being on the straight and narrow, because this person, they hold a lot of weight or burdens on themselves that aren't necessary, and it's not from you. It's from how they idealize who they should be. And so the pressure builds, and then they kind of get off the path, and they have to redirect themselves a lot. And that could have led to some sort of separation or breakup. Okay. 8 of Cups in the reverse. The Sun. Yeah. This is somebody that they want to understand, they want to know, and they want to see. Like, this, again, is somebody that can't walk away from this. And they may have tried. They may have, and they gain a different perspective, but they want to come back in because they feel like there's a lot of things that are left. There's a lot of things here, I feel like, that are left undone, unsaid. And this is someone that wants to speak their truth, you know. Why is the 2 of Pentacles here? Yeah, strength. It takes a lot of strength for them to be able to step up and do this. I think this person may be trying to come up with a plan. I think they're kind of looking at their options and trying to figure out what's the strongest way to approach the situation. Tell me about liberation. Tell me about liberation. Look at that. King of Swords. Tell me about the 2 of... Yeah, they understand something now that they didn't see before. And this is what they're wanting to express to you. And it has to do with this 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And they are stepping way outside of their comfort zone in order to come to you and liberate themselves here with this confession. This is a confession. And if you're with this person, it's not necessarily as much of a confession as it is, it's just expressing what their thoughts, you know, that they haven't expressed to you before. This is someone that they want to balance this situation out. They want balance. Okay, so two of Cups in the reverse with ending. Yeah, Judgment. So after they're facing this, right? This is somebody that's facing a rejection. This is so straightforward for me. You have the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a confession. I want to see what this person would say, since this is a person here that's coming towards you. You know, it's funny, in y'all's reading in the very beginning, look at this. I lost myself for a little while. I think they may have here in this energy here. If they've walked away, if they spent some time away, if this is someone that, you know, perhaps if this is someone new, maybe they were in contact and then they kind of disappeared on you. Whatever the situation here, right? This is definitely someone that has kind of wandered off. They've learned a lot of things being in that energy to themselves, like especially when it comes to the perspective that they have now is totally different from what they had maybe when there was some kind of disconnect, or when they were, you know, just going through this just admiration, secret admiration of you. I didn't talk about this or this or this. Yeah. This is someone that is wanting the best. They're hoping for the best. This is like when someone says, I want you to be happy, and whatever that means, I'm willing to face what that looks like. As long as you're happy in the situation, and as long as there's some sort of unity here as far as harmony and peace go. Yeah. If this is someone new, they're taking a chance because they do see like a happily ever after with you, and they know that they won't be able to let that go until they do like open up and express. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Cups in the reverse with that Two of Swords. All these are in reverse because I feel like it's something that hasn't fully happened yet, but this is about whether or not, like, this is someone that understands if you're not going to invest in them, they understand why. If you reject them, they'll understand why. If this is someone new and you reject them, at least they can be in a place to where they say, okay, at least I tried. You know, okay, I tried, I tried it and it didn't work out, and now I can at least move on and know instead of sitting in the what if. Okay, now let's see what this person would say to you. What would this person, so these are going to resonate differently because the situations I'm seeing are different, right? So what would this person say to pile 3 that is coming towards pile 3? What would they say? What would this person say that's coming towards pile 3? I just get a lot of cards out and then we'll look at them, okay? And these are going everywhere. Okay, we'll stop there. We have just being near you is intoxicating at the bottom. So yeah, this person really, and look, I look down and look, you got strictly sexual here. So for some of you, this person may have made you feel that way. Maybe not strictly sexual, but like you were just there, like you were just someone that was there. Maybe they made you feel like you were just using them, or, you know, the lack of value is something that was here if you were with this person. If this is someone new, they don't want you to feel that way. You know, they don't want you to think that that's what they're after. Okay, so you do have true love. This is unconditional, physical, and this is emotion. This, hold on just a second. I gotta get a drink of coffee real quick. Okay, this is emotional, physical, and unconditional. We have strictly sexual here. This connection is passionate but not enduring. You inspire me. There's that inspiration energy, admiration. I'll wait for a sign from you, and maybe they have, and that they can't anymore. I focused on you instead of my pain. Obstacles, unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. We're not right for each other. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. I feel so happy with you. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. That's true. That's here. At least their perspective is changing. I wondered how far this would go. I admire you. There you go. Right on top of that. I still feel the pain. Children. So children could be important here. That could be something that was painful because of children. If you have children with this person, maybe you have children if this is someone new, and this is someone that's, or they have children, they're thinking about that. Will you ever make things right? And I don't know how to let you go. If this is someone that you've separated from, they may have waited for you to come back around, and I think they may be realizing that you're not going to, because I think they're figuring out that, I don't know, it's just the part that they played in this. If you have self-respect and dignity, you're not someone that would, you know, try to make the situation right, because it's not your place to do that. It's not everybody's message, but that's something that's there. All right, let's get some advice moving forward, okay? I'm not going to see what will happen, really, because this is about what's coming towards you. And there's so many different situations here that I can't really say exactly, you know, what's going to happen because of that. It's a little different for everybody. What advice do you have for pile 3? Untapped potential. Yeah. That's like my story I told you. Untapped potential. Yeah, that's here. This is here. But I mean, it's y'all's decision, right? Ultimately, it's your decision. Number 53. There's an area of your life that has more potential than you think. Small things can turn into big wonders. So as far as advice goes, for some of you, if you're wanting to reconnect with this person, or if you're wanting to engage here, then it doesn't mean that you have to do grand gestures or make something, come together in a big way. This is saying, in order to see if there's real potential here, or if there's still something here, do it in small amounts. Spend some time there in small amounts, and see where it goes. Okay. 2 cards just came flying on out of there. We have Angel of Dreams, number 48. So you may have been dreaming about this person. For some of you, if y'all, this is someone new and you had some random dreams about somebody from your past, this is who this is. Number 48, Angel of Dreams. Angels have been working with you in the dream time by giving you important messages to help you in the situation, and then you have new opportunities. Yeah, that's why your intuition is so potent here, is because I feel like you've also been having dreams about this in some sort of way. Even if you don't remember them, they're in there. And your intuition is picking up on all this. With new opportunities, number 3, better things are opening up for you. Leave the comfort zone behind and open your world to new possibilities with an open mind. This is this right here, leaving that comfort zone and opening up. Some of you, if this is someone new, this is somebody different, way different from what you've experienced before. And this is kind of like insinuating, step outside of your comfort zone and give this an opportunity or a chance. But of course, that's always up to you. If this is a situation with someone you already know or you've been involved with, this could be telling you to really consider what you really want from the situation. And some of you, and this isn't going to be for everybody, so I have to be really delicate at how I say this, because I do sense a bit of reconciliation here for some of you, and I would never say not to do that because everybody's different in their experiences. But for some of you, if this is something that you've been repeating with this person time and time again, and what they are saying as far as liberating themselves of this new perspective, really sit and think about, is that something that you feel like, yeah, they have this new perspective, but what are they going to do with it? And is that something this person's done with you before? Because I think that's key in knowing what choice to make here now moving forward. If that makes sense. If it feels familiar, the pattern, the situation, too familiar, it may be time to look at new opportunities. So just take that how it fits for you guys. That's not everybody's advice. Okay, let's get an overall card and then we'll get some initials to close. And I'm going to go rest my vocals for a little bit before I go to the next pile. Actually, I have 2 more readings I have to do today, so. Okay. Pile 3. What advice do you have for pile 3 overall to leave them with? Give them something really, really good. All in perfect timing. So there's the door of opportunity there. That is the number 1, which is about new opportunities. But the first house is about self, Aries energy. And it just makes me feel like, just remember your value and your worth and what you want and what you feel like someone can offer you, really. This says, this is it. It's time to take action now. I will be here helping you every step of the way. So just make sure that you're always like going back to yourself, right? Asking yourself, checking in with yourself. Don't ever make a decision based off of what someone else really wants, you know? It's better to, honestly, it's better to reject someone and take a chance of hurting their feelings, knowing that you don't want something or you can't offer something, than to get their hopes up or to go into it knowing that you have a doubtful heart, because that's just going to result into it becoming worse in the end to reject them, or it's just not going to go in the right way. You really need to listen to yourself here and what you need. Yep. Okay. It's okay to make mistakes. You have the hashtag, so there's a lot more under the surface, which we're seeing, you know, with this. Focus on the good. Okay, then you have NLOB, DRZ, KAC, 2 Ks, E, break. There's break right there. So maybe you have gone on a break here with this person. Q, X, V, and G. Zach is right there. Is there somebody? Lack. Bree. Cards right there. Care. Alright. I'm going to leave y'all here. Okay. Thanks so much, guys, for being here. Thanks for all your love and support. I am definitely sending you so much love and light. Good luck to you with this. And I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 4. So if you chose the staff or the scepter here, let's call it a scepter because that's kind of more like what it looks like. But take it how you want. There's no telling why you chose this. Now, this represents power. It represents utilizing that power for equality. Being blessed with power is something else that's here. I felt the need to put a little Palo Santo there, so there you go. What else? I do feel like with whatever's coming towards you, this may be something that, like, you're destined to have. This is something to do with, like, you have power or you're gaining power, but how are you utilizing it? What else? This is just like, if you are entrusted with the power, are blessed with some kind of control or sense of power in some way, then how are you utilizing it? You know, it's something that's there. Okay. So with what's coming towards you, that could be it. And this could be like a result in maybe you're getting some kind of opportunity to exalt your talents in some way, and how are you utilizing those, you know? Or this could be like someone offering you some sense of power in some way, if this has to do with your career or an opportunity that you may have. Okay, so I haven't looked at this. Let's see what we have. Oh, I love it. I love the butterflies. They're so pretty. How many are there? There is 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7. So whatever this is, I feel like this is something that you're in alignment with. Okay, so it's part of your destiny in a way. You do have this half moon here. It says follow the moon, watch for signs. So for some of you, you may have been getting a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities here before this is even coming in. It's really hard to see in this card, but if you look closely, you'll see like a little statue here. I'm just trying to hold that up so y'all can see it. It's very tiny and it's hard to see. It's almost camouflaged. What else? You have the bigger butterfly here. What do butterflies represent? Actually, a blue and black butterfly represents something in particular. What is it? Okay, I'm going to tell y'all, read this real quick because I knew it was something big, and it is. It's about deep transformation. Um, it's a major personal transformation that's taking place, not internal. And wait, hold on. It's internal, not external. So it's not something that is external of you, but it's something that's going on the inside, which is then going to in turn create external change, right? So it's about deep transformation. And the black here in the butterfly represents death of an old cycle or an old self. And the blue represents a rebirth, peace, emotional renewal. Okay? So together, that makes a huge transformation. And I feel like that y'all have been, watching for signs, or you've been seeing signs or synchronicities about something coming. You ever have that feeling like you don't know what it is, but you feel like something's coming? It's almost like that mother's natural instinct to where when you're pregnant and you get to a certain stage later, you go through the nesting period where you can't explain it, but you just start cleaning every nook and cranny. You used to start going on like just lots of cleaning that's going on, right? And organizing and everything else, and you get like this natural burst of energy. It's part of the process of that period of being pregnant. It's like I would say I think it's around 7 or 8 months, right? Somewhere in that time frame. I have three kids, but I have 3 kids. I've been pregnant 4 times. I lost my first one, but I always got to that process, right, of that. Okay, anyway, I can't remember exactly when that is. I just remember being on like a cleaning streak. And my husband at the time going, what are you doing? Like, should you be doing that? And I'm like, I feel like I have the energy. I'm going to do it. And that's what it is. So maybe that's what it is with you. Maybe you just like have this feeling of feeling like the need to do something, but you can't explain why. And it could be because there's something here that's coming towards you that you're preparing for, but you don't even realize that that's what you're preparing for. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I use different oracles for every pile. Eventually I'm going to stop saying that. I've said that a lot. Here it is. It's just something new that I've been doing, so I just wanted y'all to know, like, if you get into one pile or if you come from a different pile and you like notice I use different oracles, that's why. I just go to what I feel called to. This one here is the Moon Moss Goddess, her oracle deck. It's called Once Upon a Dream, and see, she's holding through this. I didn't even think about that, but she's holding this little. I think it's a mirror, but you have that staff there. So okay, yielding your power, using what you've learned, where you are, with what is coming. Okay. Some of you, this has to do with the talent. You're ready for this, is what I want to say. You can do this. You're ready for this. Some of you, this is something about your independence. Okay. What's coming towards pile 4? Well, that flew out of the middle of the deck. Uncertainty. So you're going down an uncertain path. Yeah, heartbreak. I don't feel like that this is something that I feel like with this heartbreak, it's because that there's something here you're having to release or let go of. And it's not something that you were ready for, I feel. Not something that you intended. You have faithful here. Oh, this is about being true to yourself. Being true to yourself. Yeah. Intervention. It's kind of heavy now. Perfect. I just keep wanting to say, you're ready. You're ready. Discipline is at the bottom. So what are we looking at here for what's coming towards you? Okay, this is going to sound, I don't know, it's just your situation. So just take what resonates, right? This may not be your reading. But It's going to sound crazy. I feel like this divine intervention, which I feel like that's what this is, something has happened here. You've gone through something big, and I think that this involved pain. I think it involved heartbreak. I think it was not something that you planned with this uncertainty, this path, but you've maintained this faithfulness to yourself. And I think because you've maintained the sense of self, the sense of being faithful and true to who you are, there's something here that's going to play out for you. You just need to stay disciplined. So wherever you are, whatever you've decided and whatever path you're going on, there's this feeling of this comes from you being already disciplined, though. You just need to continue that. This has to do with you. This has to do with yourself. You using the power that you have as far as the transformation that you feel and how you've evolved and changed, and not going back to an old version of yourself. Continue to be this new version of yourself. And unfortunately, when we go through where we're no longer have these self-limiting beliefs, we no longer have these conditioning that are influencing who we are, they're kind of shedding away. That also kind of means that other people kind of shed away, other experiences, other things that we've been doing in our lives, patterns, all that kind of stuff kind of sheds away. And that comes along with heartbreak. That's not an easy thing. Looking at someone that you love too, or something that you love, and knowing that it's not right for you, that person's not good for you, that situation's not right. You need to move out of that. It's a really extremely difficult thing to do, especially if there's a longevity there, especially if there's a lot of memories that are there, experiences that are there. And I think you've been disciplined into doing what you need to do for yourself, and it's telling you to stick to it. Continue to do that. I feel like there's going to be some kind of a opportunity here for you that you can't see yet, that's a direct result from this path that you've took control of and you've led yourself down. And it was an uncertain path. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was just you're following your intuition, you're following your insight, you're following the signs, and here you are. And I feel like because of that, you have this perfect energy here, which is about Cinderella's glass slipper. And that's her experience in it. She always stayed true to who she was, despite everything that was going on around her and all the scrutiny that she had around her and how awful she was treated and everything else. She knew in her heart that that's not what she was meant for more. Just continue to be kind and brave, and you will get to this point to where that perfect person, that perfect place, that perfect thing will come towards you. You've continued to stay disciplined and true to who you are, period. Even after the uncertainty of the path that you were taking, even after the heartbreak here, you've remained faithful. And you have this divine intervention that's coming in, that's setting you up in the perfect situation for you. That's what's coming towards you. This isn't coming towards you just because, Spirit one day decided, okay, well, let's just give them this. This is coming towards you because you've earned it. And it has been hard, and it has been difficult, and it has been a rough journey. You saw the path of uncertainty, and you took it anyways because you were listening to what you feel like you were called to do and listening to what was right for you. And that takes a lot of bravery. Okay. I feel like I went on a rant. I feel like I went on a little bit of a rant. Just a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna... Actually, Okay, hold on just 1 second. I just had a thought of a tarot deck. Oh, shoot. Oh, right in front of me. Spirit will put it right in front of me when I feel like I need to use it. It's so crazy. This is the Sacred Bee Tarot. And I haven't used this in a while. I'm going to be honest. It just came to my mind, so we're going to use it. I'm going to shuffle a little bit. I don't know why. The bee, though. The bee may be a symbol for you. Queen bee. Honey bee. Okay. There's this idea of knowing what you want or who you want to be, and that reflecting on the outside. And that takes time. You've been through a long journey. Look at that Queen of Wands in reverse with that Hierophant in reverse. Yeah. You may have had a lot of people around you too that didn't believe in you, didn't believe in the choices that you're making, the journey that you're on. You stayed disciplined to it. Yeah, happiness here. This is the Nine of Cups. And there you know you have the Queen of Wands in upright. Sagittarius. You could be a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And you don't have to be, but you're in that space. You know, you're in that confident space. Following what makes you happy. Following your path of fulfillment. Okay, so what is coming towards pile 4? This is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, that's uncertainty. That's like not knowing why exactly everything happened the way that it did. I feel like if you're in that place now, or you're been in that place, you're fixing to figure all that out. Okay. Heartbreak here. You have. It's another ace. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So, yeah. Some of y'all had to let go of something that was rooted in the ground. Something that was solid. Some of y'all had to let go of, maybe even turn down an opportunity here, but that's heartbreaking. Some of y'all, there may have been some kind of rejection here. You may have been going through that, feeling that. Tell me about the faithful. The Star. That's awesome. This is being faithful to yourself and your journey, your healing journey. What's right, what's good for you, taking care of yourself. There's a lot of warmth and comfort with the Star, because it's like when I always imagine when you're sitting, no matter where you are in life, but most importantly, whenever you're down and out, wishing upon a star. And you've stayed faithful to this wish or desire, or knowing that there's more for you, that you're destined for something, or that you have a higher purpose, or that you deserve more than what you've had or where you are. You've believed in yourself. See, no matter what that is, you've continued to believe in yourself, even if this has to do with you just healing, getting past something. Intervention. Aquarius energies there. Yeah, the Knight of Cups. I feel like this I don't feel like that this is someone. It could be for some of you. Maybe this divine intervention is someone coming in, offering you something. But I feel like this has more to do with divine intervention being that of spirit, or a higher source, giving you something like a reward for your hard work, a reward for you being faithful, for you being disciplined. Tell me about perfect. What's perfect here for? Yeah, the Tower in reverse. Oh my God, that's awesome. So that's Scorpio energy. The Tower's in reverse with perfect. That means you're going to be able to look back and see this tower, whatever tower you've experienced, and realize how it led you to the perfect place. You might not be there yet, but this is what's coming towards you. This is where you're headed. Let's keep going. It's like you're realizing what you've avoided. For some of you, you may be looking back at what you've left behind, and you're seeing like the destruction of it. You're seeing like, those people or places or things or whatever. You're just looking back at it and you're seeing it as way less than what you saw it while you were there. You're seeing the benefit of where you are now. It's like all making sense. It's all coming together. Why is the Ace of Swords in the reverse with uncertainty? That's the Page of Swords in the reverse with uncertainty. And there's 3 swords here, which is that heartbreak card. Some of y'all, there was a rejection that was here. It's something that there was a dishonesty here. Someone wasn't being truthful with you. There was some undelivered like promises that were made. The path is uncertain, basically. Not being able to understand why things occurred or happened in the way that they did. Not being able to see. Why is the Page of Pentacles here in reverse? Yeah, the Empress in reverse. This is when you feel like you don't deserve to be where you were, or someone wasn't honoring you, respecting you, honoring you in the way that you felt like you deserved. And at some point you may have felt like, well, maybe this is what it is. Maybe I don't deserve those things. Maybe this is who I'm meant to be. Maybe I'm not who I thought. It's like you doubted yourself a lot. You were never someone that was ever meant to be codependent. I can tell you that. If you've been asking yourself of this, you were never someone that was meant to be codependent. And I think some of you may have stayed in an energy for longer than you should have because there was someone else that was dependent on you. And you told yourself a lot of things about walking away from those situations and how it would affect everyone else, but you never really kind of sat too long in the way that would make you feel. And I think that's what shifted. Tell me about the star. Libra, Taurus is there. That's the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. This is basically knowing that some of y'all haven't fully gotten to this point yet. So I'm talking as far as like future energies go. But some of y'all are already here, and this is like just confirmation for you. The 7 of Pentacles in reverse with the star. So it's almost like with that faithful energy, knowing that you've invested a lot of time and energy and love even, into a situation, and in knowing in your heart, knowing deep down that it's not getting you anywhere, it's not going to go anywhere, it's not getting anywhere. This is like, I am wasting my time here on this particular whatever this is. This is not where I feel like I'm called or meant to be. This is not okay. Like this is you recognizing that this is not it. And speaking up for yourself and being true to yourself and being faithful to yourself. And you're not wrong for doing that. You're not wrong. Knight of Cups. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. This is... the 9 of Pentacles is... you're fixing to get some kind of a love gesture from Spirit. That's why I kind of laughed. It's like you're fixing to get rewarded in some kind of way. There's some sort of... some kind of abundance is going to be coming in for you. It's going to help you to, it's going to give you, it's like a nugget. It's like a little nugget that you're going to get that's going to reassure you that you've made the right decision and that you're in the right space. That's what's really coming towards you. If you aren't there yet, you will. Keep going. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself because it's going to happen here for you. For some of you, there's an opportunity that you had that nobody believed in you. You know, this is different for everybody. Some of you, this is leaving someone in the past. For some of you, this is leaving a old belief system or what others think of you or think about what it is that you want to do. You know, it's like nobody believing in you, but you still continuing to believe in yourself and what's right for you and following through with that. As hard as it's been. So some of y'all are fixing to get whatever abundance looks like for you. Think about something that you feel like if you gotten, it would give you an extra boost, spark, sense of certainty, you know, ease, peace, harmony. I almost wanted to cry when I said harmony. So I think a lot of y'all have been searching for that peace of mind. So there's something here that's coming that's going to give you that. That's going to give you that reassurance that you've done the right thing. You're on the right path. Stay disciplined and true to yourself. So sorry, guys. I had to pause for just 1 second. Let me give these a shuffle real quick. My children are home, so if you're wondering. That's why the pauses are there. Tell me about the Tower, Scorpio energy. That's the Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. Some of y'all, there was a separation here from someone. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. This is somebody you're walking away from. The Devil. This is some kind of toxic, codependent energy that you're walking away from. And this could just be in general, you know, no longer allowing the devil to control the directions that you take, walking away from it. You have Capricorn energy here. Yep. Why perfect, though? I mean, I feel like this is just you understanding this, that you made the right decision. Can you give me a card for that? Why perfect, though? Why is it depicted as perfect? Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. Because you've worked on yourself here. This is about realizing what is the right fit for you. And I think you're avoiding some more damage or a disaster because you feel like something is not the right fit. Some of you, there's confidence here. You know what this looks like? It looks like this. It looks like you are in a great place and you really moved through some really tough stuff, tough energies. And you're still believing in yourself. You're still staying disciplined to yourself, devoted to yourself. And then you have this divine intervention that comes in to reassure you that, yes, you are on the right path. You are in a comfortable, good area. This could have to do with just, you know, person, place, or thing. Some kind of abundance here that makes you feel like, yes, this is where you're meant to be. You're doing great. Yes, okay, feeling good. Here comes the devil. Because that's what happens whenever you get to that energy. You know, you have that negative energy, that devil energy that comes in trying to mess things up. But the thing is that you've worked on yourself here with this Eight of Pentacles. You've done the work. You've put in the work. And you know what's a good fit for you and what's not. And you're not going to be fooled by anything. So it's almost like you avoid this Tower altogether because you see this. This could be a contract. This could be an agreement. This could be anything. Anything that is like a test in some kind of way that comes at you with this devil energy. And you look at it and you say, nope, you can keep that devil away from me. And you turn away from it, the Eight of Cups. You walk away from this. This could be anything. This could be, I mean, you may find a house that you really like. Who knows? You're in a new area, a new path. You're going on a new journey. You find a house and you're like, because of this past experience and you working on yourself, You realize like what's right for you and what's not. Even if there's someone that's trying to talk you into something, you're like, nope, I'm putting my foot down. I'm telling you, no, this isn't for me. The whole point of this is that you don't cave or you don't give into things because you've worked on yourself and you've went through some ish. And you're going to have more confidence in yourself now moving forward than you've ever had before. And Spirit's giving you this intervention. They're backing you up here. They're giving you this understanding of, hey, you don't need anything. You're good. You know what you're doing. Yeah, judgment is at the bottom just to prove it. We're going to cover it up the devil with that. Scorpio energy. And death is there too. More Scorpio energy. Yeah, this is you making a judgment call about something and ending it. For some of you, this energy here, I don't know who the devil is here to you guys. It could be anything that you're tied to in some kind of way or that's trying to tie you into something, okay? And you're not allowing for it because you see it as not right for you and you're moving away from it. You're making that decision for yourself. You've changed. You're different and you're just like proving it. You're just like proving it. Let's get some advice. Okay. Thank y'all for bearing with me with my, I don't know if y'all can really tell, but man, my voice is gone today. I've been sick and this is just another phase that I'm going through, I guess. Okay, so what advice do you have for pole 4 moving forward? Look at that. Can y'all see the rainbow that's on the butterfly here? Can y'all see it? You see it in my hand? Kinda. Where'd it go? Why is it not showing up? Oh, maybe it is and I just can't see it. Look, you have Dance with Fire, which I think is what you've done. You have 75 here. Do more of what makes you happy and feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you and lights you up and sets your soul on fire. Look up. Number 60. What you perceive to be over is merely a catalyst for change. What was will return in a different form. So whatever you felt like you had, you're going to get, and it's going to be 100 times better than what you had. And I think for most of y'all, that has to do with what you feel. You know, I think you're mourning a loss of a memory or a feeling that you've had, but that is coming back to you. It's just different than what it was, and you'll find that it's a lot more safer, secure, more comforting than it was. You just don't know it yet because you haven't had it yet. You haven't had that feeling yet. Angel of Dreams is at the bottom, so listening to your dreams is important. Number 48. Angels have been working with you during dream time by giving you important messages to help you in your situation. I gotta get these messages out. I'm having a difficult time here. I'm gonna get a Truth Soul, maybe, Oracle for y'all because I feel like y'all need it. Okay, I feel like this was just like a reassuring reading, if that makes sense. So you know you're on the right path, because I think a lot of y'all may have been questioning that a lot lately. Okay. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up in my life? You are the asset. Your body is the vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling. How much sleep are you getting? And what you can do to help your body rest. Take a bath. Put on some lavender essential oil. Go to bed ridiculously early. Or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra is, the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. So give yourself a break. That's all it's saying. Just give yourself a break. Allow yourself, if you start to feel tired, this is something that I've come into lately. I'm always so, because you've been in this discipline mode, right? Some of you may have been having your head down, staying focused, trying to do what you need to do. Give yourself a break. I have been thinking about this lately because I'm always like so diligent on my schedule and what I need to be doing. And I've just allowed myself, because I've been sick, okay, Holly, take a second. You need to go to bed, or you need to, like, take a day. It's okay. You can put it off till later. Nothing's going to happen to it. Just take a break. You have to talk yourself into that sometimes. I always kind of say, boy, if I was my best friend right now, what would my best friend that loves and cares about me be saying to me? And they would say, take a break. And I would try to do whatever I could. It's kind of difficult because I have children that need me, but I rest when I can. Okay, so you have 4 M's in the bowl. Well, one is a W actually, but that might be relevant here. No, 2 are W's. So you have 2 W's and 2 M's. Anyway, Z, A, H, P, B, and I. Maybe you need to make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. We have a choose happy and focus on the good. And then you also have be a nice human was also here. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you right here. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. I'm definitely sending you so much love and light. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon.